All right, hello everybody. We officially are here live together, which is very exciting. And we're going to talk a little bit about why Tara decided to start her business and what made her decide to say yes to Arbonne as a consumer first, and then decide to sign up as a consultant. So I'm going to mute myself because it's loud and obnoxious after I ask my questions, so that you can hear Tara and actually hear her and not the bugs and the traffic behind me. So, Miss Tara, what was the reason when you first came to Arbonne? Because it was like, I don't know, 2 years ago now that you started using Arbonne through me. I don't know if you used it beforehand or not. Share that if you did. But what made you decide to start using Arbonne to begin with?
Okay, so I started, like you said, about 2 years ago or whatever with the gut glow and everything. And it was so good. But the price, I was like, oh, I can't even with the price. So I've tried a bunch of different stuff like around here from that, what do you call it, Herx Nutrition and all that sort of stuff. And it was just, I couldn't get it. Like I could get it, but it was so pasty and gross and tasted like chalk and just, oh, it was awful. So it didn't last very long. Then I was like doing the proper foods and proper diet, not yeah, diet and exercise and stuff and everything. And I was feeling good, but I wasn't at like my peak sort of thing. So I was like, what can I do to get rid of that last little bit of stuff and make me feel better with energy, having 9 kids and stuff and everything and doing all that. And then I remembered you and see all your like posts and stuff and everything. And I was like, oh, that's right. I'll give that a go. And then your 30-day uh, life, I don't even know,
30
whatever,
days
the 30-day,
thing.
there you go, that one came up. And I was like, I'm going to give it a go. I'm definitely going to give that a go. And man, changed everything. Love it. Like just bloat gone. Well, not all gone, but it's getting way better. I can't wait to see what the next month brings. And the rest of it too, I feel good. My skin looks good. Like for being as old as I am, my skin is better than what it has been. And I'm just super excited. My clothes fit better. My mood is better. Everything is just happier. And it's all natural stuff, right? Like it's stuff that ingredients that don't have big, stupid long names with it that you can't explain, you can't read, you can't even say them. And then it just tastes amazing. Like it's so good. I love my greens. We went actually just on a Canmore trip with my girlfriends this last weekend and took all my stuff with me. And it was wonderful. It was so cool. And yeah, no coffees, no nothing. It's great. I love it. So, and I want to help other people. Want to help, like my sister-in-law got a hold of it now and stuff, and she's super excited. She's got it. It's going to start tomorrow. So I gave her all some tips and tricks and stuff and everything. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to see other people get on board too. So
That's so wild. And it's so cool when you can like you said, you've tried other things and they're okay, but like it's not only like about how well the products work, it's also that they taste good. Like
yeah,
because something can work really great and taste nasty, so you never are staying consistent with it. And so to find something that like the green gut glow that actually works and you enjoy it, enjoy your swamp water, like so good. And then to be able to take it with you. Like I get that question a lot, like with people that travel. Like obviously I'm traveling a lot more now than I ever used to. And like, can you fly with this? Like, how do you like do you bring it to restaurants, like all that kind of stuff? And I'm like, I literally bring it everywhere. First off, you're never gonna have an issue in an airport, which is amazing. Even in a carry-on, toss all your stuff in there. But like bring your fizz to a restaurant and you're not gonna have pop, you're not gonna have a coffee. And it just makes your life easier, cheaper, and you're gonna feel your best. And so super cool that you were able to do that and like bring it with you and all your girlfriends too. Like so fun. To get to like just stay in your habits. And that's the thing is once you build the habit of utilizing the products, it's so easy to just keep going, right?
oh, so easy. And it just makes it so much better too. Like my friends too, they're kind of complaining of like, oh, I ate so much, my stomach's so full and it hurts so much. And I was like, I ate same amount of food as y'all and I feel amazing. Like I don't feel that I got to be pushed to the car or rolled around or whatever and stuff, right? And it's just that extra little bit. And yeah, like I said too, price point too, like yeah, at first you're like, holy man, that's expensive. But if you look at the Herx Nutrition and stuff or any other nutrition out there too, you're paying exactly the same prices for that sort of stuff. And it just sits in your cupboard because it tastes like shit. So yeah,
Straight up.
it's gross. Yeah.
And the nice thing, like you talked about the 30 days, and like especially because you had the essential meal protein, and I know that's what your sister-in-law got as well. Like that really like it can be a meal replacement. And it's like, I mean, just with water, you're definitely gonna lose weight. That's the like it's designed to be a meal replacement that way, and you can use it for weight loss, but you can have it in smoothies, you can make it into protein pancakes, you can use it to actually replace a meal, which means that you're not spending that extra money on all those extra groceries. Like the money is, it's the same money you were already spending. It's just reallocating it into something different, and you're seeing it come out as a lump sum. And so that can be a little bit of a head trip the first time you did it. That's how I felt when I did my first 30 days, when I first signed up as a consultant too. And I was like, oh, I don't know that I could, like, that I should do this. And then I saw my grocery bill come down, and I was like, oh, like this actually is a sustainable, not only sustainable habit wise, taste, all that kind of stuff, but sustainable financially, which is something that you don't think when you first see it. So that makes complete sense. And so with you getting the incredible results and feeling so good, like that's one of the things I've also noticed myself too. And like, I don't know if you're implementing all the habits out of the 30 days of healthy living of like your nutrition choices, of like being mindful of like what you're having when you're out and stuff like that. But that's a major difference when you're having the products that you're having that support your digestive health. But now you're also being intentional when you're going out and you're like, I'm not going to get the thing that's going to make me feel like trash. I'm going to get the thing that makes me feel good. I'm still going to enjoy it as much as you are, but I'm not going to have those feelings that you do of like, oh, like I just feel like trash after my meal and I just want to go back to the hotel room and sleep, like that kind of vibe, right? And that's a really freeing feeling when you're like, I can still enjoy my life. I'm not restricted. I'm not stuck having the things that are less than. I'm enjoying my life, but I also feel good. Like it's, you don't have to give up one for the other.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Well, like too, like when we went out or whatever, I love like a big steak and some veg or some carbs with some potatoes or something. And everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna get a salad because I ate really gross today and stuff. I'm gonna eat salad. I'm like, that's for bunnies. Like, no, salads, like I love salads 100%, but they're not my go-to meal all the time. Like, so the other day too, we went out too, and I was like, I'm really hungry. I haven't had much protein, I could tell. So I had like a whole bunch of lamb on like a gluten-free bun and whatever. And it was so good. And I felt amazing, like perked up energy. It was just, yeah. And I just love going out having like a big steak, or even at home cooking some steak or some chicken, pig, whatever, right? Just getting that stuff in there and just having that protein, and yeah, not having to do the crash. And same like you said with the groceries too. I'm not buying all the chippies and the cookies and the all that sort of junk either. And that's amazing. Oh, and I made that what is it, that brittle, that
The
break
bar.
apart stuff. Yeah.
Isn't that so
Oh,
good? I think
so
that
good. I had to hide it from my kids because they were trying to eat it. I was like, get your hands off my stuff. Yeah, so good. Mhm.
if you would like to give me some of your allowance for our protein powder, then yes.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can have some of it. But oh, it was amazing. And it would just, yeah. And that was the only, so for the last 30 days, that's the only junk, like junk, aside from just food that I have had. There's been no cookies, no cravings, like nothing like that. Like it's been amazing. It's awesome.
And I think that's a really important piece, like, because you've had such incredible results physically. Like, obviously, you're like in a totally different headspace around your food and how you feel, which is amazing. But a lot of people, when they see something like a 30 days to healthy living, they're like, oh, another 30-day diet. And it sounds like, you know what, you will get results. You will lose bloating. You will have a change in your cravings, but you're eating real food and you're going to learn the habits through the 30 days to be sustainable. And I think that's a really important piece that people don't necessarily know when they first look at the program like that. They're like, oh, I'm going to spend a lot of money, but you're not going to spend it on junk food and trash that's going to make you not feel great. And you're going to learn how you can make your own things, like making protein bark or protein balls or protein pancakes, or, you know, like whatever you want to like satisfy, like how to make a really, really amazing smoothie that satisfies your sweet tooth at the end of your day. And so that you're
Yeah.
like, you know what, I still want to have a snack or a treat, and I'll make myself my coffee frap protein smoothie because it tastes like I'm having a frappuccino from Starbucks, but I don't have to feel like crap after. And so I think
Yeah.
that's another piece that people don't necessarily know when they first come into the 30 days, is that they're going to be able to feel good and enjoy food along the way.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like how you mentioned too with like a diet, a 30-day diet or whatever. As soon as that diet's over, they're out there just eating anything. Like
Oh, you're going to
I would,
binge
I
everything.
tried something like that. I would eat my kids pretty much because that's how hungry I was, right? And that weight just get put on straight away, right away back, right? And I was like, ugh, just, and you
But
feel
this,
defeated. So then it comes around again and you do it again.
yeah.
And it's such a bad cycle. It's terrible. And now too, I'm like, cool, we're at the end of February, pretty middle of February or whatever. And I am just feeling amazing. Like weight wise, look wise, tone wise, everything looks really good. And probably the same weight when I started the 30 days, but things are just moving out that haven't moved out in a long time. And I'm not just eating 5 little pieces of chicken a day and a salad and a soup or whatever, and then going to bed starving hungry because I got to, yeah. Oh, ugh, no, been
Feeling
there.
like you're not allowed to eat food, like you're not allowed to eat rice, you're not allowed to eat fruit, like feeling like you're not allowed to do those things, which is
Yes.
of course like human nature. We're gonna binge because to feel like you're never allowed to have something again doesn't work. And so when you can do something like this 30 days program and actually learn how to eat on it, like you said, it's been a month and a half now and you've been consistent. And for me, like I said, I've said this a few times, it's been 4.5 years that I've been eating on the 30 days to healthy living. And like consistently since 2021, January 1st, 2021, that's what I eat is the 30 days to healthy living. And like I might have a 5% window that changes because, travel or whatever. But for the most part, I just stay consistent because it is that sustainable and you do feel good and you don't feel restricted. And as somebody that's had to have a really restrictive diet my whole life for sensitivities, like it's unreal to not feel so rigid in what you're allowed
Yeah.
to eat. And
Yeah,
being
exactly.
told that as an like it's like an inner child in us comes out when we get told we're not allowed to do something. We're like, I'm an adult, I'll make my own decisions and I'm gonna do whatever I want. And
Yeah.
so food is a big one for us, I think.
Yeah.
Like as a nutrition coach, I see that all the time. And for you to have that feeling is massive. And I'm so stoked that you feel so good. Now, for you deciding that you wanted to be a consultant, fill in all the people that are watching this and just me in general. What made you decide, you know what, like now's the time. I feel this good. I'm going to be a consultant.
Well, because like I seen, like I've got some friends, family, just people out there sort of thing, same like with you guys and stuff. Do you see it that they're just on these crash diets and people are making money off of them with these crash diets? And it pisses me off to no end, sort of thing, right? Because it's like, yeah, you do it for 4 weeks or whatever, and then you're right back. And they're just, so say $200 or plus food. So you're looking at $500, give or take, for those 4 weeks. And then after that, yeah, you've lost 10 pounds, but woohoo, you go back to eating. And then 2 months later, you're back at $500 spending it again. So I was like, why can't I do a consultant, sell, like, show what I look like and be like, hey, this really works. I can eat what I want, like what I want in moderation, but I'm not craving the crap. And I'm actually using food as fuel for my body instead of just restricting it, and then be like, all right, let's go. And then here you go, sort of thing. Hey, and have a little bit of a sugar snack or whatever here and there and not feel like you fell off the wagon, sort of thing. Right. And then just do again the next day and keep going. And it's so much more sustainable than it is trying to do all them crash diets. And I was like, I can't do that anymore. I can't see people do that and watch them do that and have them just like be mad at themselves because after their diet they lost their 10 pounds and then they're back in gain 20, sort of thing, right? So yeah.
Yeah, and that's so brilliant, to like to feel your own results, see other people suffering in a similar way that you used to, and go, I actually now I have an answer and
Yeah.
I can share it with people. And like, of course, making an income is an extra bonus. It's fantastic. It's a nice piece of it. And you get to be like a part of so much more than just that, but to have a positive impact on the people in your life when you see them struggling and you like I felt the same way when I first started my business. It was like I have to share this because I'm being selfish by not, because people need to know that these products exist, because if you don't know, you're just going to keep going back to the thing that you've always tried, which obviously is not working. And so I love that that was your main reason, that like you had these incredible results and that you realized that you had the opportunity and you actually have the ability and influence to be able to help somebody else, all people in your life that you see struggling, not struggle anymore. And that's a
Yeah.
really empowering place to be, to know that you have the tools to help somebody else in that process too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so easy. Like make a shake in the afternoon for lunch or whatever too, with bringing my 2 4-year-olds to play school and stuff. It just throw that in there while you're making them lunch and I can eat it in the car, sort of thing, right? Like it's, and the green gut glow in the morning, like it's all sustainable. It's so easy to just incorporate it into your lifestyle, and you're not cooking crazy amounts of different foods for you and your kids and whatever and stuff, right? You're just add in a drink here, put in a protein smoothie here or whatever, and throw in a fizz in the afternoon if your energy's really, you can just, yeah, it's amazing. Like, I just love it. It's amazing. It's wonderful.
Well, I so appreciate getting to hear your story and like more of the details of it. I have have heard little snippets along the way, but like to get to hear it in full force is super empowering and exciting. And so for anybody that's watching this, you guys have obviously seen me post in this group countless times about how can you support Tara in her business. And more than anything, you've just heard it, like the main goal is to support you in your wellness and to support the people in her life in feeling the way that she feels, the way that you all deserve to feel. And so if you have questions, reach out, but it's not just about you. It's also if there's somebody that else in your life that you're like, you hear them always talking about how they need to lose 10 pounds before they go to Mexico, or how they always feel like trash, or they're always exhausted, or they've tried this, they're going on the soup diet again, or whatever. Maybe you pass along Tara's name. Maybe you let them know, hey, like I haven't tried it, but I've heard from my girlfriend or my sister-in-law or my sister that this is a really good program and it may be something that you're interested in. Because the nice thing about this program is that it's not just, it's not just here's your products, good luck. Like we're here to support you. We're a consultant. We're meant to be your guide. And we do have recipes and full guides to support you in this process. And you get so much more than just product when you order 30 days or any 165 order. You get access to the wellness club, you get access to workouts, to recipes, to mindset. Like it's meant to be a lifestyle shift and to help you build a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. And Tara has the tools to be able to help you with that too. So if anything comes up, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and know that we're here to help you in your wellness journey. So thank you, Tara, for
Absolutely.
taking the time to share and get real and vulnerable. I appreciate that. And I know that everybody else will too.
Awesome. Thanks, Hillary. Have a good time over there in New Zealand. Hey.
Thank you, Beauty. I appreciate it. Appreciate it so much.